Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we will explore the most dangerous asteroids that scientists are currently monitoring, as they have the potential to collide with Earth in the near future. Asteroids, also known as small celestial bodies, move freely through space, and some of them have orbits that come very close to Earth. The universe is vast and immense, but it is also very dangerous. Scientists have discovered thousands of asteroids, and some of them are large enough to cause disasters if they were to collide with our planet. From small celestial bodies measuring a few hundred meters to giant asteroids spanning several kilometers, we will be exploring 5 asteroids with the greatest potential risk of impacting Earth. Have you ever heard of Apophis, the large asteroid that will pass by Earth in 2029? Or do you know about Bennu, the asteroid that NASA has already explored? Let's take a look at the top 5 most dangerous asteroids and learn about the potential impact they could have on our planet. First on our list is Asteroid 1950 DA. This is a very special asteroid because it has an unstable orbit and the potential to approach Earth in the year 2880. While that may seem far off, 1950 DA remains one of the highest risk asteroids that scientists are closely monitoring. 1950 DA has a diameter of about 1.1 kilometers, roughly the size of a large mountain. If it were to collide with Earth, the consequences would be devastating. The impact could generate an explosion millions of times more powerful than any atomic bomb ever detonated in history. Moreover, the dust and debris from the collision would spread across the globe, leading to a nuclear winter, meaning sunlight would be blocked by a thick layer of dust, causing the collapse of ecosystems and human civilizations. Currently, scientists continue to monitor this asteroid to calculate its exact orbit and the likelihood of a collision. If 1950 DA does approach Earth, humanity would need to prepare extensively to find a way to divert it, a monumental technological challenge we may face. Next on the list is Bennu, a name that many of you may recognize thanks to NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission. Bennu is a very special asteroid not only because it poses a risk of colliding with Earth, but also because NASA selected it as the subject of extensive research. Bennu has a diameter of about 500 meters, which is relatively small compared to other asteroids, but still large enough to cause a disaster if it were to impact Earth. Bennu has an orbit that brings it close to Earth, and there is a chance of collision in the 22nd century, with a probability of about 1 in 2700. While this might not sound like a high likelihood, scientists remain very cautious because Bennu contains a large amount of organic material, potential evidence of ancient life. Additionally, if Bennu were to collide with Earth, the impact would be equivalent to a massive explosion capable of destroying multiple cities and causing global tsunamis. This is one of the reasons NASA sent the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft to collect samples from Bennu to better understand its composition and history. Although Bennu is not the largest asteroid, its special attention from NASA and its potential risk make it one of the dangerous celestial bodies that needs to be closely monitored. In third place is Apophis, an asteroid that many consider to be a real threat to Earth. Apophis has a diameter of 340 meters, and it is one of the most closely watched asteroids because it will come extremely close to Earth in 2029. On April 13, 2029, Apophis will pass by Earth at a distance of only 31,000 kilometers, which is closer than some of our geostationary satellites. This means that Apophis will be visible to the naked eye from Earth, a rare astronomical event. Although current calculations show that the chance of a collision in 2029 is very low, Apophis is still being closely monitored, as any changes in its orbit could increase the possibility of a future impact. If Apophis were to collide with Earth, the impact would be powerful enough to destroy an entire major city and cause significant changes to the climate and ecosystems. Scientists are continuing to monitor Apophis to ensure that no surprises occur in the near future. In second place is 2000 SG344, a smaller asteroid, but still extremely dangerous. This asteroid has a diameter of about 37 meters, roughly the same size as the one that caused the Tunguska explosion in Siberia in 1908. 2000 SG-344 has the potential to approach Earth in the mid-21st century, and despite its small size, the impact would still be powerful enough to produce an explosion equivalent to a large nuclear bomb. The Tunguska event flattened more than 2,000 square kilometers of forest, and if 2000 SG-344 were to collide with a densely populated area, the consequences would be catastrophic. Advanced radar systems and telescopes are being used to closely monitor the orbit of 2000 SG-344, ensuring that we will have a plan in place if the risk of impact becomes more apparent. And finally, the most dangerous asteroid on our list is none other than 99942 Apophis, a name that once shook the scientific community when it was discovered in 2004. Apophis was initially predicted to have a potential chance of colliding with Earth in 2029, but after more detailed calculations, scientists have now eased concerns about this event. However, this doesn't mean we're completely safe. Apophis will pass by Earth at an extremely close distance of just 31,000 kilometers. A slight change in its orbit could make Apophis a real threat in the future. Experts have proposed several response strategies, ranging from using spacecraft to nudge the asteroid off course to deploying nuclear weapons as an emergency measure. Our Earth not only faces threats from humanity itself, but also from the vast universe beyond. Every year, thousands of asteroids pass close to Earth, and although only a small number pose real risks, we must remain vigilant and develop technology to protect our planet. Currently, scientists around the world are collaborating to track, study, and find solutions to prevent threats from space. While we may seem small in the universe, thanks to science and technological advancements, we can protect ourselves from dangers that originate beyond our planet. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the latest discoveries about the universe and science. Feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts on which asteroid worries you the most in the future. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be alerted when we release new videos. Thank you for watching.